It's 18 years of childhood, then adulthood comes along just to ruin it. So we're gonna read books that we used to love and see if we can also ruin those.
Ruin.
You went
Ruin
further.
tits.
Yay!
Then maybe we'll read some Twilight.
Right,
In fact, that's the first
right.
book we got.
I was giving you a chance, but you failed. All right, so that's the intro for episode 2. Hi, ladies and gentlemen.
Hello, welcome to No Longer Young Adults. Where we are no longer young adults.
We are old adults.
Shut up,
Says you.
How old are you?
Shut the fuck up.
That's it. This podcast is canceled.
Oh my god.
I will not have my age out there today.
But all right. Wait, it's the three of us again. It's,
For those wondering, I'm a lovely 21.
No, she's not. She's at least 46.
Actually, my mom's 46.
Ouch.
I know. I'm psychic. I got the feels.
So before we go too much ham, let's introduce ourselves yet again. This is Jay, otherwise known as Jesus ERM, on Twitter.
Hale, and I'm sorry, I'm trying to remember my Instagram handle. MarvelousAries.cause.
Make sure to add that for.
Mm.
And this is Sid, Gassy Pixie.
Oh my god. Gassy loves to do fucking visual gags during an audio thing.
Well, I guess we're going to start camera recording.
Fucking A, dude.
Get it?
Gag.
2 hot dogs, I get it.
Yeah, okay. So in this day of our Lord...
I don't think the Lord is here. I'm sorry.
We're gonna start,
our Lord and Savior Satan.
We're gonna start
Cthulhu.
with chapter 13 and do the rest.
Our Lord and Savior Cthulhu.
Oh my god.
Cthulhuton.
What?
Cthulhu.
Yeah, Cthulhuton.
Alright, okay. All right.
We're gonna start with chapter 13,
Yes.
and we're going to the end of the book. To
Yes.
that epilogue.
Can the 2 notes that I made this time, one of them was I underlined the word diamonds when she's talking about his skin, because also, first of all, a little small, tiny miniature recap. When we left off, the last sentence of the book that we read before this was him taking off his shirt, which only took half the book.
Yeah.
But so she's talking about what he
You know what?
looks
How
like in the sun.
Did they bang in this book?
No.
No. What
No.
the fuck?
They don't bang until book 4.
What?
They
Yeah.
don't. Well, and then something horrifying happens.
Yeah.
I guess I'll tell you because we'll probably never make it there.
Yeah.
She gets pregnant, first bang on their honeymoon,
No, that sucks.
and then gets a speedy pregnancy.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Like it starts growing and she starts needing the
I think it's
blood.
like a week before she actually gives birth.
Yeah, maybe if
Really?
That, if yeah.
And the baby just like grows and grows. And so like the
Yeah.
baby is like a
Wait.
teenager by like 3 weeks old.
But I think
Hold
she
up.
stays small, right?
Yeah, and
Like
she's
her body-
weird looking in the movie.
Yeah, like her body is growing slow. Do the little
I don't know, but
imprints?
Jacob
Yeah, that's what I was about to ask.
They
Jacob.
did Jacob imprints on her.
Oh my god.
Which
That-
that
nicknamed my daughter after the Loch
Which-
Ness Monster.
that should have been why Bella was angry.
Yeah.
Not an actual cute nickname for your daughter's ugly name.
Yeah.
Like-
Also, and he's like, see, I wasn't attracted to you the whole time. I was attracted to Renesmee inside you. And I was like, ew.
It's so
I just
fucking
want to know
clear
what was
in
going through
this
your head,
book.
Stephanie Meyer.
Yeah, like it's so clear in this book that Jacob wants Bella.
Yeah,
Like, it's so
that doesn't
clear.
make sense.
Oh, that's so not
I
cool.
think when she got pregnant, though, it was intense, right? Like,
Yeah.
he was
Like super protective and like.
Yeah.
But apparently it's supposed to be made all better by the fact that he can pause his aging until he catches up with her aging, which I don't even know how that works with her.
This
You're
is bullshit
still-
to try to make it
You're
feel
still
better.
gonna be older. You're still living your years.
Yeah.
That's not. It's
Yeah.
not. That's
Anyways,
creepy.
but so the only 2 notes that I have were on this first page. And one of them, she says that, like, his skin sparkles like thousands of tiny diamonds. And I just wrote glitter. Because I'm just imagining that scene in the movie where he literally looks like someone took a tub of glitter and just whoosh.
Yeah,
and then
like-
also I wrote, what? When she said pale lavender eyelids. I was like,
They're purple.
fuck
Well,
you, what?
Yeah, no, I got that one.
Like purple. Why'd they purple?
I don't know.
Anyway.
Like
Well, I mean, it's
bruised.
kind of like, I guess it's because it's like dead rather than,
There's no
because
blood
like
flow.
we'll look like we have blue veins in us.
Yeah, but when you close your eyes are skin colored.
Yeah.
Yeah, when you're alive. And then when you're dead, they are not so skin colored.
Mm-mm.
Well, they should still be the same color as the rest of his skin.
No, not really.
It depends. Well, I mean,
It's like how you have like
we're
dark
talking
circles.
about the anatomy of something that is dead, first of all. So there might not even be blood being
There's
pumped.
not. Which, alright, hold on. Going back to Breaking Dawn, if he doesn't have any
Okay.
blood pumping, how the fuck does he... Sorry. I'm getting too worked up for my dog. He's not happy about it. How the fuck, first of all, did he get an erection? Unless he's just hard all the time. And second of all, how did he get the bloosh to get her pregnant?
Yeah.
Like, that's what's
Where'd the sploosh come from?
that's the confusing part about this, because
Very confusing. The only confusing part about
No, well, I meant about the whole vampire thing, because, like, supposedly they're dead, right? But this doesn't feel like they're dead. However, she specified in a chapter that his heart stops, and then vampire. And I'm just like, what the fuck? Then how does they process blood? How do they?
Because it circulates. We're not even going to get to the
Because
whole
All right.
black holes are...
vampirism.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
There's no point in there.
Yeah.
I was like, that's just a dark hole.
But like, yeah, no, this chapter was
Yeah.
just literally fucking Bella looking
Yeah.
at Ed and saying, "He beautiful."
Yeah, like, ugh.
Let me just stare at him and be so in love with him. So in love with him.
So
I
like,
love him so much.
Oh my god, I'm just gonna ignore how
I
creepy
did do
he is.
some annotative notes as well. And I have one. This is my favorite one from this chapter. You would have come, he promised. I tried to speak calmly, without a doubt, and I just write impressive response time.
My very early in the chapter is, how can you have someone just breathe on you?
Yeah, like
On 263, when she's just like, sweet. Or just, sorry, as I had just had that once before, I smelled this cool breath in my face. Sweet, delicious. The scent made my mouth water.
Ew.
So this is why I think there's something extra to the whole vampire thing, because like they're supposed to be attractive to people. So
well,
like,
yeah,
Well,
all
yeah,
it
they're
goes to
trapped.
into one part where like they are literally just enticing to their
Mhm.
prey.
Yes, but breath? And how can you just have I don't care how sweet your breath is.
And
Just,
it's cool. It's cool breath too, which like
that's so weird to me. I'm sorry.
Like-
which makes sense.
Yes, but it's still like, ugh.
Yeah, it's so weird.
Let me see.
I am so very sorry, he hesitated. Would you understand what I meant if I said I was only human? But you're not!
But you're not, so I don't understand you. I don't
Well,
understand
he's
the phrase
becoming
that
more
everyone-
human because the humanity is being brought out by her.
No.
That's what's trying to be said here.
Well,
It's
he
so,
literally says it.
yeah, like
Like-
it's so
I
dumb.
wish
No,
I had
no. I'm not saying that that's not. I'm just saying like no.
No.
No. Don't like. As if you could fight me.
Oh, yeah, and then as if you could outrun me. Like, when predators show off, this is like, she would be on camera of when animals attack.
True.
Like, Bella,
He's like, I also,
She
I
couldn't even
promise. I promise. I swear not to hurt you. That's something that someone who would hurt you is gonna say.
Well, I mean,
and he does in book 2 when he leaves
uh, like,
emotionally.
this is like the culmination of that weird fucking feeling I'm getting of the stalking and predatory behavior in this book. Like, this feels like, Bella, I couldn't live with myself if I ever hurt you. You don't know how it's tortured me.
One more time.
He looked down ashamed again. The thought of you still white and
All
cold.
I'm imagining is him.
There's been a lot of that.
Like, I get it. He's literally a predator, but like,
Also, why does she keep saying that his palms are iridescent? Grackles and crows are iridescent.
you know what? It's because of the sunlight.
Right, no, I get that. But why is some of him diamonds and some of him iridescent? Also, I'm just imagining, like, his entire fucking palm is just glowing rainbow.
Cinnamon? Yeah, cinnamon?
It's like a cinnamon.
Cinnamon?
It's just like a
It's like
cinnamon.
a cinnamon.
Yeah.
It's like a cinnamon?
Yeah.
Okay.
A cinnamon. They're all iridescent.
Oh, here, this is where it is. You know how everyone enjoys different flavors? He began. Some people love chocolate ice cream, others prefer strawberry.
Oh.
But they're not eating
You
it.
see, every person smells different.
So Bella smells the best to him, like,
Pheromones.
yeah, I know why.
And blood.
What?
I think it just clicked.
Hale's just making
No,
a
it's
face.
just, I just don't enjoy
Yeah,
him.
no, like...
I just don't enjoy Edward.
Also,
And, like...
him showing off like that, just fucking blinding speed, shattering shit, all that is just a scary, quiet anger.
Like...
Yes!
The thing being, like...
Like, some of them, like, Bella, you should be a little afraid.
Yeah, not
Which
because he's a
sometimes
vampire,
he
just because
is.
he has the power to, like, not because he's a vampire, but just because, like,
Oh.
this is the kind of thing that, like, red flags do.
Especially his mood swings. It's just...
Yes.
Because he's
Wow.
so angry and edgy, guys.
Angsty. I
I
can't
think,
believe
yeah,
12-year-old me thought
I
this
should
was
have
so hot.
left long ago, he sighed. 266. I should leave now, but I don't know if I can. Like, just quit being flaky. You're not
Well-
gonna leave. Like, just stop.
Which is exactly why I should, but don't worry. I'm essentially a selfish creature.
Yeah.
I crave your company too much to do what I should.
I'm glad.
Don't be! He withdrew his hand. His voice was harsher than usual.
Like,
Don't be!
don't be.
Like, what?
I actually... Okay, so bringing that up, I did find a line that I like on 274 that I would like us to try.
274. Alright,
Yes.
I think we should all say it and see if any of us can make it not cringy.
Okay, all
Okay.
right. So let's start from "And So the Lion." Me first. Okay.
Yeah.
And so the lion fell in love with the lamb. He murmured. I looked away, hiding my eyes as I thrilled to the word. What a stupid lamb! I sighed. What a sick, masochistic lion.
Oh my god, I
So-
remember that scene in the movie. That was so bad.
I like the saying, the lion fell in love with the lamb. If they had stopped right there,
It would have been fine.
Yeah.
perfect analogy.
Yes.
But then they continued.
But they continued. Alright, Haley, your turn.
Oh, I'm next.
Yeah.
And so the lion fell in love with the lamb, he murmured. I looked away, hiding my eyes as I thrilled to the word, which also, we all know that just means she's turned on.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I gotta
thrilled
know
to the
that.
word.
There's some
Like-
things in here that I was like,
Eggplant emoji. What a stupid lamb, I sighed. What a sick, masochistic lion. He stared into the shadowy forest for a long moment, and I wondered where his thoughts had taken him.
All right, Gassy.
and so. And so the lion fell in love with the lamb. There's no way. What a stupid lamb.
Oh.
I sighed. What a sick.
Yeah.
What a sick
Steezy
masochistic
What a
lion.
sick, masochistic lion, brother.
I
Brother.
just can't. If it was just, and so the lion fell in love with the lamb.
Yeah.
It'd
If
be
it
fine.
was just that, like, I would have no problem.
So,
Or even just stopping at what a stupid lamb, because that's just making a comment on it. You know what I mean?
the more I'm reading this, the more I'm reminded. Jesus Cristo, no wonder moms were coming to this shit. Bella's not just thirsty, she hungry.
Okay,
She
hold on. Can I
hungry.
say something real quick though? It bugs the shit out of me now that I'm thinking back. There was this group when Twilight first came out. There's this group, the Twilight or Moms for Twilight,
Yes.
and I'm like, as a middle schooler or even a high schooler, like I could see this being like, you know, because we don't know any better. But as an adult,
Yeah.
you read this as an adult.
There are people that don't
What?
grow up.
Well,
But there's also people that, like, I mean, I guess those are probably the same people that read 50 Shades and were like, oh my god, so sexy!
I mean, probably.
Mhm.
But you have to remember this is like a trash novel that you just read for funsies. Not for anything enlightening.
That's true.
As a middle schooler,
Though it's
No, but the moms for Twilight were, like, hardcore creaming their pants for Edward and Jacob.
No, of course.
yeah.
And I'm like,
Isn't Jacob like
But
14?
that's the thing.
Yeah.
Well, but
Yeah.
then hold on. This goes into that whole fucking thing.
Yes, you're right.
And it goes into the anime characters
Yes,
and shit.
you're right.
But I assume, I want to believe that they were aging them up in their head, at least Edward, since Edward's technically 90 years old.
Well, Edward, yes, you can get away with that.
Jacob, I would hope they'd at least age him up in their head.
Mm-mm. I feel like...
I want everybody at home listening to know that Charlie Swan is the best.
Oh my
I have
God.
some fucking notes about Charlie.
Oh my God, Charlie lost
Not
points.
bad notes,
Okay.
but
Well, Charlie
kinda-
lost points with me with his paranoia. He
What?
straight up undid her fucking...
Oh, we'll get there when we get there.
Okay.
I think that was funny, though.
You thought it was funny?
Just a little bit.
Charlie's a bitch. Yeah, I said it.
And this is the last episode of this
No!
podcast we will ever be doing.
All I wanted was book club. And other people to enjoy our book club.
And the way Ed reacts, it seems he'll straight eat her if they try to bang.
Well, yeah. And then, sorry about the food analogy. I couldn't think of another way to explain. Oh, no, sorry. You see, every person smells different. 267 has a different essence. If you locked an alcoholic in a room full of stale beer, you gladly drink it and stuff like that. And I wrote, I like your scent, girl. With like a smirk, like side
Oh,
eye.
you
Yeah.
smell so
Hey,
good.
girl, I like your scent.
Like, goddamn.
I do like this idea that he has to like process actually being able to touch her. Like he has to like make sure that he doesn't eat her. I do like that dynamic.
The struggle.
Yeah.
The struggle
That
is
he actually has
that
to
is
Yeah.
interesting because like
Makes sense.
yes, he wants to eat, but he's like I also love.
But I also love you. I also wrote on 269, if he thinks of everyone else in the... If he thinks of everyone else in the class as children,
Yeah.
it's probably to sound more dramatic, but... Well, technically, Bella just kind of throws herself at him.
I know,
In
but
fact,
Well,
it's
Bella's
the
already
rest-
throwing herself
Yeah,
at
the rest
him.
of
Well,
this book
no.
is
I
kinda
just mean like how he's like, oh, I just wanted so bad to get up and like devour you in front of everyone the first time you walk
He's a
past
cannibal.
me. I'm like, ugh.
Cannibalist.
Ugh.
But it's probably again to sound more dramatic. Plus, he could be like, I mean, he is, but like when people are more mature than other people and they think of everyone else as like children, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, he has lived for 300 years, right?
Yeah.
90.
No, 90. That's right.
90.
He's
Carlisle. No,
Carlisle.
Carlisle's old.
yeah. Carlisle's
Well,
the old
he
one.
was turned at what was it, 17, 18?
17.
He
Yeah,
was
it was-
turned at well, I didn't know if that's just the age that they gave.
Yeah, he was young when he was turned.
Yeah, 'cause
Yeah,
his
He was the
parents-
youngest.
He
When
was born in
yeah.
1901.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, that's what I was gonna say. Cause I was like, cause he got turned because he died of the
Does that
influenza.
mean this doesn't happen in 91? Does it?
No. This happened
no,
in, like,
no.
2004.
If
Oh,
he was
maybe-
born 1901, then he would. If 17 would make it 1918. 90 years, that would make it 2008.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, for a moment I was like, where are their pagers? How do they have cell phones?
I'm the timeline guy.
Not cell phones, but it wasn't very common to have so many cell
They
phones.
did have cell phones, though.
They did, but well, they're rich. They can afford it. My other note for this chapter is oddly right here. 270. I shivered again at how close I'd come to being inadvertently responsible for her death. And I put oddly calm about him stalking about I like
We're waiting for the next chapter for that.
what do you mean? It's this chapter, isn't it?
No, it's not. It's chapter 14 that he really admits it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oddly calm about him talking about something you and only really reacting to someone else being in danger. Oh, killing you. Oddly calm about him talking about killing you and only really reacting to someone else like being in danger.
Like
I said it.
so many
Said it
people.
after the 5th try.
So many people commend Bella's bravery, but I really think she's just horny and
I think
stupid.
this is her
And,
first
like,
love. And we're all horny for our first love.
Myers really wants Bella to be smart. I see that in this book. But she's not. Like, Bella's smarter than people give her credit
Bella
for.
is book smart. Bella is not anything else.
Dumb as fuck. Like,
okay, hold on. Can we... This is in... I believe this is in this chapter. Yeah, this is in this chapter.
What page?
282.
Okay. There.
Page 282. And they're doing, like, their kiss.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Blood boiled under my skin, burned in my lips. My breath came in a wild gasp. My fingers knotted in his hair, clutching him to me. My lips parted as I breathed in his heady scent. Immediately, I felt him turn to unresponsive stone beneath my lips. And I'm just imagining if I'm, like, giving my all to this kiss with someone, and I'm so into it, and I'm so passionate about it, and then he just...
Yeah.
I would be like...
Yeah, just like, ooh.
I just be like, and like, I get that it's because he's like trying to, keep himself under control, but I'm just like, what?
I put in coming in too hot. Pull up, baby.
Yeah, because he just doesn't want to eat her. Mm-mm. He's like, fuck.
Oops.
Do I fuck it or do I eat it? Or both. Eat it.
I will say. Oh my
god. Only once a month.
Oh. For a moment, I was like, why only once a month?
Well,
and then I got it.
3 to 7 times a month.
Although...
depending on Bella.
I do like how many times Myers used I sighed, I shivered, and I trembled in this
also,
chapter.
I breathed.
And I breathed, yes. A lot of, like, sexual leading things, but not going all the way.
Well, and also when she's like, was that kiss okay? Should I not? And he was like, no, it's tolerable. Sir, that's what every girl wants to hear romantically. Like, your kiss was tolerable.
It was...
Baby, that was tolerable.
I think we can make some improvements here. He just gets out of the list, like, he becomes a manager.
He just fucking...
puts on a suit and tie.
Mama mid.
Kiss mid. Moan mid.
Sigh. Breathe mid.
Just
so, 272. Like, fucking Edward is like, I was eager, actually hoping to decipher some of your thoughts, but you were too interesting. And I put, how she changes her personality for her crush. She literally changed her favorite stones depending on his eye color.
That's actually a good point.
And her favorite color?
This is why I don't like Twilight. Because she falls too fast and too hard in love with Ed. Like, it's instant.
Like, give me some friction.
Yes.
Hell. That's why you like Twilight?
No, that's me.
Oh, I was like...
I told him that I was in love with him within 2 weeks of meeting him. Look what that got me.
That's not clapping.
Yeah.
Sorry, janitor.
Fuck you, janitor.
Yeah, fuck janitor.
I wouldn't.
I neither would. No, that felt too deep.
And to the next page.
Let's move on to chapter 14 then.
Wait.
What? What powerful insight do you have?
Common sense. Well, if you shut the fuck up. Common sense told me I should be terrified. Instead, I was relieved to finally understand, and I was filled with compassion for his suffering. Why? Why were you filled with compassion for his suffering?
Like, because he wants the dick. She wants the dick. She wants the D.
Just do it.
She wants the N-word D.
I had to pull a Thanksgiving with my pants.
I understand. I feel it. Alright, chapter 14. Should I set little timers?
If you want to limit it, yeah, like.
If you want to limit us and our scholarly discussions.
I know, like.
Our scholarly decipher.
I just want you to keep this in, Janitor, because we are flying by the seat of our pants on this podcast. It's fucking beautiful.
It really is. I'm not even gonna. Y'all can cut this out if you want to. I didn't even read this half. I'm going through as we speak.
Alright. Well, 288.
Alright. What about 288?
Carlisle. Oh, it at least gives Carlisle's power. There's a theory on powers. His is to retain his humanity, and then I guess I realized that.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Well, from what I've read, they don't all have powers, correct?
They keep the strongest sense, I guess, of what they were.
And that's what becomes.
And that's
their power.
why his is his power to be humane.
I see.
That's why he's essentially immune to the blood at this point.
Yeah.
After so many years.
Which I want to see that challenged at some point.
Also.
But I'm not going to read more Twilight to find that out.
Okay. Can we take a second to appreciate my favorite himbo? Emmett. When there was a bear.
Breathe.
Breathe. And that's just so in character for him. I love him so much.
Which makes sense why he loves to wrestle bears.
Yeah.
Because was that what he was doing? Like, is that why the bear got him? Or does now he just seek vengeance on bears?
Yeah.
Look, I love Emmett so much.
I just imagine him. I see bear, I fight.
Yes. Well, isn't he the one who likes bears?
Yes.
Yeah.
Big ol' himbo.
Also, I have a problem with Esme. Esme?
Okay. Esme.
All right.
Esme.
So I was the first in Carlisle's family, though he found Esme soon after. 288. She fell from a cliff. They brought her straight to the hospital morgue, though. Somehow her heart was still beating. So was she brain dead? Why didn't they just keep her in the hospital? Did she not have family? She had family. She just lost her child. So why would they bring her straight to the morgue?
Wait, where
supposedly this is right around Edward's change.
Wait,
she
what
was
page
the
are we
second,
on?
is what he's saying right now.
So maybe.
Wait, what page are we on?
288.
288, excuse me.
Yeah, excuse you.
Excuse me.
But yeah, no.
But even then, that's like what 19.
That's still not anywhere near the tech that we have now. Like
yeah, but they still had stethoscopes and shit.
they still had stethoscopes. But I mean, when a bitch looked dead, I mean, what's the point?
I guess so. I guess you're right.
I mean, like back in that day, like the thing.
They probably looked at her and was like, "Oh, that bitch gone."
Even then, like if she were to survive, she might die from shock by the time they get her to the hospital and try to write things.
Well, they brought her to the hospital, but they sent her straight to the
exactly instead of bringing her into an emergency room because they knew like they couldn't save her with the tech they had.
I guess so. Well, why wouldn't they just put her to sleep?
That's another thing. They could have done that. They
could
had
have
drugs.
just killed her.
I don't know when anesthesia came along.
Do you want me to show you where on 288?
Yeah, where the fuck are y'all?
Down here.
He acted from loneliness.
Yeah.
The like second paragraph or third paragraph up.
His soft
from
voice.
Loneliness. I was the first in Carlisle's family. Oh, okay, got it.
No, he found Esme.
Well,
soon
so
after.
I'm wondering then if she had like the super faint.
Maybe.
Yeah,
But they still wouldn't have taken her straight to the fucking morgue.
That's what I'm saying.
It's a different time. It's a different time. It's 100 years ago almost.
Yeah, but I don't know.
Death,
Maybe she was
death was a
Monty
lot
Python.
more common.
Monty Python.
But,
bring your dead to the streets.
Yes, exactly.
She wasn't dead though.
She wasn't dead, and this is still in the 1920s. Like, assumingly, you know.
Mm-hmm. But I mean, like, they might.
Did she heal right up? I guess.
I think from the transformation, probably, but not from her surviving. Because if you're messed up enough, you're not going to survive from just the sheer amount of shock.
Well, no, but why wouldn't they put her out? Like, I just have a problem with straight to the morgue.
Yeah, I get.
But
what
She
you're
was
saying.
still kind of alive.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's where I was like, my true crime senses are telling me Carlisle just
You're
saw
full
her.
of shit.
Yeah.
Ah.
I think Carlisle saw her and was
And we're
like,
like, oh, I gotta give you some.
Carlisle's just evil.
"Hey, girl, you smell good."
Don't you dare slander Carlisle.
Carlisle's just evil.
Him and his evil vegetarian vampires.
Turns out he does it because he felt bad of all the murder he did before he started. He lied to Ed for years and years.
Obviously.
Yeah. He's actually Jack the Ripper.
It could be.
True Crime Podcast, please contact us for collaboration on this on this series.
Specifically, my favorite murder because I love you, Georgia and Garrett.
Oh my god!
Fangirl moment.
Any more notes?
I have a general note. No, this is it.
Yeah, I was gonna say this is
Not much here. Pretty generic lovey-dovey stuff.
What page?
This is my note.
The entire chapter.
Oh.
Lovey-dovey woe is me, except for the stalking!
So, I was talking about this with Nick, and I was like, I mean, if I was a vampire, and I was interested in someone, I might be stalking. I wouldn't be right over you while you're sleeping. But
Okay.
what? You have all the time in the world. I hope that was caught on the microphone.
I don't know if it was, but
You got right up to Jay.
It's just
the part that got me was, you smell different.
you didn't even hear the last part.
No. That's the part that got me.
You smell different when you're awake.
I would think when you're awake would have gotten you.
No, just different.
But I feel like this is a...
You smell like someone who's full of shit.
Well, gotta go to the bathroom real quick. But I feel like it's also a common vampire boyfriend trope.
I feel like that's accurate, but
Yeah.
I have a general problem with this in media in general, and this is really not helping because
Aw, I have a chin hair.
it's trying to make a good point.
I'm sorry, continue.
Trying to make a good point
Here
here.
goes
You're
Jay
like,
slandering the media again.
fucking, I don't like that the stalking is so accepted readily. Like, she's like, oh, he was watching me. Oh, like, I don't
I'm not gonna
like
lie,
Yeah,
though.
she says, but somehow I couldn't infuse my voice with a proper outrage. I was flattered.
Yeah.
So, but part of me would also kind of be like,
You like me?
yeah.
Um,
And I don't know if that's like,
It's not a good thing.
I think, well, but I wonder if it's more of like, we like this person and we want them to protect
It could also
us,
be that.
But he's stalking us at the same time.
Like that, I think
It's
there's a line that
There's a line.
that isn't easily drawn because of what media does to us. However, that being said, stalking is bad. Do not stalk people.
Men.
So
Just
I
kidding.
so I would just like to
Women
put
do.
it out to anyone who may be listening that Jay is a big fan of the media, obviously.
I thought you were going to be like, it's okay to stalk me.
I was about to say, look,
You, baby.
I'll show up in a bat cowl and cape for you. I'll be up in the fucking in the middle of night at like 3
Okay,
a.m.
but can we just comment that Batman movie was fucking good?
I haven't seen it.
It's really fucking
Which one?
good. The Batman movie?
The one that just came out?
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
With Edward
No,
Cullen?
Yes.
the old ones.
Yes.
I'm so proud of him from going from
Yes,
for going
I
from
am
this
so
to
glad that
Well, but he's
man.
done other stuff. He's in the light.
I know, but
Yeah.
he's so excited about Batman. That's
Yeah.
like his dream
Oh,
role
yeah.
since he was little.
I don't believe anything he says in interviews. Did you see the thing in the other interview where he says he just lied? I was like, oh god.
That's actually hilarious.
And also, why wouldn't he be a little bit sheepish? Like a little bit like, I stalk you.
But, like,
or
yeah,
just,
like, why
a
doesn't
little
he-
bit
He's just like,
shame.
I stalk you.
Yeah,
Like,
because
he's
he's
just
just
like-
unrepentant. What else is there to do at night? I don't
Let
know,
you
Edward.
sleep
Read a book.
every night. What do you think?
What do you think?
Hey, Bristle!
My other note in this chapter that I have a big problem with
Uh-huh.
is
Page.
her
Wade
about
has a problem with it.
294 and 295 because she's getting food.
Yeah.
294 and 295.
Uh,
This is a
Should your
breakfast?
father know I'm here?
Yeah.
No, oh, well, where is it? She's eating something. What is it? Lasagna? This bitch gets a glass of milk to eat with lasagna.
That threw me off too. I'm like, is this normal? Because I don't
I
eat
go-
lasagna either.
I filled 2 glasses with milk while his lasagna was heating and
Yeah.
gulped mine to
One-
put out the fire.
One for her, one for Charlie. But why are they drinking milk with lasagna? Because that is not normal.
I agree, Wade.
Yeah, that's not right.
No.
It's not
No.
right. That's a red flag.
Yeah.
If somebody drinks milk and lasagna together, just
This is
go.
this is
Just
why
drive.
this is why like Bella's not a good character to me. Like she's got all these
Oh.
weird random quirks alongside her being crazy for someone that will eat her.
I just want to say, so she goes up to her room after this, and she walks in. My eyes scanned the darkness, the impenetrable shadow of the trees. Edward, I whispered, feeling completely idiotic. The quiet, laughing response came from behind me. Yes?
Yes.
I whirled, one hand flying to my throat in surprise.
Yeah. Oh my god, she's so dramatic. She's so what page is that?
297.
She's so fucking dramatic.
Mm-hmm.
And for someone
But
who's
like
not
honestly,
scared,
if I could like sneak my boyfriend into my room when I lived at home,
why wouldn't you?
like,
Yeah.
I would too.
Yeah.
But dude, why is she so surprised he's there?
I guess because he just suddenly appeared behind her.
Okay.
301.
Yes.
I have a problem with how quickly Edward decided, okay, I'm not gonna eat you. Okay, it's safe.
Yeah.
Like, and he just mind over matter.
Oh, yeah.
This
Feels like there should have been more
This
of a
goes
struggle.
from I can't kiss you to I'm not going to eat you very
To
fast.
we're gonna cuddle and you can go sleep now or
Like,
something. Or
Are you
something.
serious?
Yeah, like let me
You
sleep
serious?
next to you, even though I couldn't control myself 5 minutes ago.
5 minutes ago.
You're good at everything.
That's something she says a lot.
Yeah,
And
dude.
it makes me kind of hate Edward. I was just like, oh, you're good at everything?
you
You're good at everything?
know what's happening?
Huh.
Do the grapefruit sound. That's what's happening.
Huh?
She's sucking his dick.
Oh. I was like, what?
You're driving me crazy.
Mm.
Well, no,
Okay,
she even
stupid.
sometimes is like, not even like nice about it. She's just like, oh, let me get
Yeah,
this.
like it's
You can do
sarcasm.
this
Like
too,
I
which is how I feel.
Yeah, that mind over matter thing is really stupid.
That's annoying.
Like Myers doesn't seem to know what character development is.
She's just- It's hard. It's not hard.
She's like, we're 300 pages in.
Also, it really bugged me how long it took her in the first half to get any kind of anything done.
That's actually a good
I remember
point.
reading these so much faster, but it was a struggle.
Yes, it was. Like honestly, like
Like, I was trying to be positive about it, but it was like the longer I was reading it in, I was like, oh.
I will say, like
So
I
have-
liked certain
like-
parts of this half better than the first half,
Mhm.
but it still is.
Well, I
way
mean, like in the
worse.
first half, it was just mostly like stuff about school that didn't really fucking matter.
Mhm.
And the thing is,
And it took half of the book for her to find out he was a vampire,
Yeah,
and that's the entire point
to
of the fucking book.
confirm that he's
To
a
confirm.
vampire.
But I'm like, but that's the entire point of the book.
Yeah, exactly. And that's what's like, what the fuck? Here's the thing. Like, I hate that they go from this, like, super negative, almost like argumentative state to dating within, like, a week and some change.
Not even.
Like,
Not
like,
even.
They're all like, I'm loving you, da da da. Like, this is not.
This is not how enemies to lovers works.
No, it doesn't. And not even that. Like, this is supposed to be an actual love story. So, like, this is not how a fucking relationship starts. This isn't. Like, come on, guys.
Really not.
But the reason why this is the chapter I did it in. I realized I did something that a lot of people probably did while reading this book. I went for a jog the other day, like a week ago, and I came home and I was like, you know what? Let me take a bath.
And you read it in the bath?
And I read Twilight in the bath.
Did you have a glass of wine
I
and some
did
candles?
not have a glass of
Wish
wine.
you had a
What about the
glass of wine.
candles?
I really did too, but I was like, I'm too tired to go grab some fucking
You know what?
wine.
I'm gonna read Ice Planet Barbarians in the bath tonight.
Oh, with some wine?
With some wine.
All right. So
I
yeah,
have never read this in the bath.
I have the only book I've ever read in the bath is Twilight.
Wow,
The only book I've ever read in the bath is The Hobbit.
I've read different books in the bath, but never Twilight.
never Twilight.
Never
I was
And-
like, I can't.
I wouldn't have done it if I didn't need to. So there's that.
I don't know about that. Jay, I think you're a twihard now.
No,
Yes.
hard no.
Hard
his
yes.
media.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Also, my
Media.
last note for this chapter: the whiplash of Edward suddenly being open after his mind over matter.
Yes,
Like
Yeah.
suddenly he's like,
he has been super secretive. up to
he's
this
like,
point.
hey Reddit, AMA.
That's
Go
actually a
ahead.
good point. Ask me anything.
Yeah, just go ahead, do it. Any other notes for that chapter?
Not really.
That the only tooth was really the stalking that really bugged me.
Yeah.
So for chapter 15.
So
This is the chapter where she goes to their house, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
and this is actually I'm gonna say it. I think this is my favorite chapter in the book.
I
Carlisle is now my favorite character.
in Twilight.
Oh, where is it?
He's
Where is it?
interesting.
He's actually interesting. He's actually got something going on, and he seems like he's got more going on in his head than he lets on. That's what I really like about him.
So my first note for this chapter is on 314. And she said, I love you, I whispered. You are my life now, he answered simply. And I'm just like, they just talked about not even being able to, like, the possibility of getting married.
We should do that quote.
Do you want to do that?
Let's do that quote.
All right, Jay, you go first.
All right.
Wait, where?
314, and I love you.
Oh, okay.
I love you. I whispered. You're my life now. He answered simply.
See, I see it more as like.
Well, do read your lines.
Yeah, no, I am. Let me
Let-
read them. Can I
let
read
it
them?
happen.
Can I read them? Yeah. Can I? Am I allowed?
Let
to?
it
Can I
let
go?
it
Can
happen.
I do
Come
this?
on.
Wiggity whack.
All right, hit me with that beautiful line.
Hit me with that beat.
Hit me with that sick drop. Drop the bass.
Drop that ass.
Okay. I gotta get into character. Boo.
Stupid. One plus.
I whispered, "You are my life now." He answered simply. That's how I get it.
So,
Are you gonna read it?
I guess.
Can you read your lines?
I can.
Are you gonna do
Are you
it?
gonna do it?
Are you gonna do
Come
it?
on.
Or where are you, Jared 19?
I cannot read it. My name is Jerry, and I'm 19, and I never learned how to read.
I love you.
I whispered. I feel like I have to do like a louder whisper because
Breath.
I don't feel like you can hear me.
Well, you're further away.
Yeah.
I could try playing it a little bit of
Okay. I love you. I whispered. You are my life now, he answered simply.
No inflection.
You are my
You are my life now. I have to keep you alive.
You
That's
out
a
of my
full-time
life
job.
now.
You
Honestly,
are out of my life now.
you are my life now. Eat your lasagna with your meal.
Well, okay, so I was just looking through, and it doesn't look like this is actually in the book. It looks like it's just a movie thing, but I have to say one of my favorite lines in the entire movie is during this scene in the movie. She goes in, and Rosalie doesn't notice that she's in yet, and she's like, does she even like Italian food? And Esme just goes, well, her name is Bella.
Oh my god, that is only in the movie.
Oh
my
my
God.
god.
I was
Why
like-
did they throw that in?
I don't know, but it's just like,
What,
I
are
love
we in the
you.
1920s again?
I was like, I love you, Esme. You try so hard.
My next note before we get to the colons is her fucking outfit.
Who's?
Bella's. I ended up in my only
Wait.
skirt, long.
The long khaki skirt?
The long khaki skirt.
Wait, I didn't even. What page is this on?
318 at the bottom.
I didn't even notice this.
I ended up in my only skirt, long khaki colored, still casual. I put on the dark blue blouse he'd once complimented, and I just wrote Amish.
And she goes, okay, I'm decent. Wrong again, he murmured in my ear. You are utterly indecent. No one should look tempting. It's
Oh
not.
god, that is another one that's like
Like, she's wearing, like, this long, and I'm imagining, like, ankle length. I'm sure it's not ankle length. I'm sure it's closer to, like,
that's what
knee
I
length.
picture. I
But
picture
still,
like Sims
long
2.
khaki, and
Yeah.
I'm imagining, like,
I know what you're talking
yeah,
about. I know what
regular,
you're
like,
talking about.
what is it, what is it?
Long
Dark
khaki-
blue blouse. And so I'm imagining, like, kind of, like, ruffly
Yeah,
right
me
here.
too.
And I'm like, indecent. What?
Like that was the wrong place. To
Can I
put that.
ask,
Yes.
as non-binary woman, is that attractive?
Is what attractive.
That line is like
Not
not that. I know she ain't hot. That ain't the point.
Sorry, there was no thoughts. I just said it.
Wrong again. You are utterly indecent. No one should look so tempting. It's not fair. Like,
Look, all I'm saying is that if my boyfriend said that to me while I was wearing something that I actually felt attractive in, yes, it would be great.
okay,
If I was
got it.
wearing something that I didn't actually feel like I was
If it
super
was
high
this,
in, if it was this, I would be like, you fucking liar. You'd be like,
What else would you to be in the house.
Like, it just feels like so like weird. You're utterly indecent.
Yeah.
Utterly.
No. If it's something that I'm like actually trying to look like hot,
Okay.
yes, great. But if it's something like I'm meeting your family and I look like this, no, absolutely the fuck not. Get out of my house.
Tempting how?
Just
Right?
how?
I can change.
He can see her anger.
And then she faints. I didn't write anything about it,
Yeah, she does faint.
but she stopped breathing and then fainted.
What am I gonna do with you?
Like,
Yesterday I kissed you and you attack me. Today you pass out on me.
see, I don't read it as whiny. I read it as kind of annoyed.
I love that she's like, you made me faint.
Accusatory.
Like, what?
You're too good. Far, far too good.
You jeez.
I hate that they. I don't know.
I think I forgot to breathe.
It feels like overkill with all the compliments they throw at each other.
Yeah.
It
Yeah,
feels
I
like
don't have.
overkill.
I'm more likely to
So
roast
boring.
the person that I'm dating. I'm more likely to roast them than I am to
Well,
compliment
it
them
also
as much.
feels like it's too much. Like they're putting each other on these fucking pedestals that don't exist
That don't exist.
for normal people.
Well, and at some point you're gonna run out of stuff to talk about.
Like, oh, you're my angel. You're a perfect angel. Oh, you're such
You're
a
my angel.
My darling angel,
But
closer
just
than my peeps, you are to me.
that's good. But yeah, like just too
Baby.
much. Too much.
I just, where Alice and Jasper? Shut up.
What the fuck?
Shut up, Bella.
But,
And of course, on 323, my favorite character, Alice.
so Alice is the
I was always
pink-haired one?
Team Alice. She has
True
black
story.
hair, but
Black
She's
hair?
got the pixie cut.
Ah,
she's
okay,
the
that's what it
pixie.
was.
She's the one that can see the future.
That's the
Yeah.
P that I was thinking of. P.I. the P. Pixie instead of
Why were
pink.
you thinking about Alice's pee?
I see what you mean.
Yeah.
Why are you
I
thinking
still-
about
Water sports, are you kidding me?
Water sports.
as long as you're in a place that you can clean up.
I mean,
Anyways,
there's the bathtub.
we're just not gonna comment about what goes on in my bathroom.
I love that Alice teases Bella. We'll get to the other part that she does it. I believe when they're like.
Because Alice was the one that was with her the entire time and later on.
Oh yes.
Yeah,
yes.
okay.
But I just love that she goes, "You do smell nice. I never noticed before." She commented to my extreme embarrassment, and I just because you know Alice is fucking with her.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
She's just teasing her, and I just love Alice. That's it. That's all my Alice.
You just want
I love Alice so much.
You want Alice to smell you.
Yes.
Always.
Edward can do everything, right?
No, fucking.
Of course he can.
Fucking. This is the only
Okay,
time
you know what I
want
just realized?
to-
Stephanie Meyer writes Edward. Like, if Stephanie Meyer wrote a superhero, she would have written Superman.
Yeah.
Boring, way overpowered.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Like, too much shit going on. Absolutely bullshit. Overpowered. Needs to be nerfed.
Too much.
Like-
Yeah.
Like as strong as everything. in the
And
universe.
no personality.
I will say that it is mentioned that I think during the ball game that fucking Edward is faster, but Emmett is stronger. So
Yeah.
there's that. But I mean, like
That does.
since fucking
But constantly it's like, oh, but Edward's up here. Oh, but Edward's up here.
Yeah,
It's like,
Edward's so much better
because
than
it's
everybody
coming
else.
from
Yeah.
Bella. I think that's the
True.
problem with this book. We still have this first person
Stephanie Meyer
perspective
should not be writing
from
first
the person that is sucking the dick of Edward.
You right.
My next note is on 329.
Mm-hmm.
He touched the corner of my eye, trapping the tear. I missed. He lifted his
Oh yeah,
finger,
her tune.
examining the drop of moisture broodingly. Then, so quickly I couldn't be positive that he really did, he put his finger to his mouth to taste it.
That
And all I wrote was, huh?
actual fucking tear
No,
consumption.
no, no. Look. It's just.
Broodingly.
Do you think he came after that?
I did.
A little bit. I think it was a little bit wet there. But like, what? It's probably because he can't cry. Which now thinking.
Wait,
to-
vampires can't cry? What the fuck?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Because now I'm thinking when we get to the last chapter, the second to last chapter says tearless sobs.
Okay.
But how is she?
That sounds like that just reminds me of the kids in my
Break me up
class.
a piece.
That just reminds me of the kids in my class when they're doing like the crocodile tears, like they're whining and they sound like they're crying, but there's no tears coming out.
Yeah.
Like.
But
do you want some?
Just
no coffins. I love this little. I do have to say though, I really do love their house.
Yes.
If I could live in their house, I 100% would.
Oh yeah, their house sounds amazing.
Again, Myers is really good at describing stuff, but that's it. Literally nothing else can she do.
Oh, I forgot about this. About why Carlisle is.
Hale says as she reads the book for the first time.
To be fair, I read this in middle school.
Sure.
Are we done with chapter 15? All right, moving on to 16. Carlisle, an entire chapter about Carlisle, which is fine.
I love Carlisle.
I lied. This is my favorite chapter. I thought that was the Carlisle chapter.
No.
This is the Carlisle chapter.
And his backstory, super interesting.
I fucking love it. Like.
And it makes sense. And we get a detailed background. Why didn't she do this for Edward?
Because she sucks at writing.
But why is it not the main character?
I know.
Because this was a beautiful.
I know why. She wants to keep Edward mysterious for Bella.
Mm.
That's the exact reasoning. However, that also makes Edward dull. Like, really boring.
No, it honestly, he was already dull because all we know, and he even said he can't remember before his transformation, is that his parents died from the Spanish influenza and then he got it and was dying.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. He was 17, barely lived.
And we know nothing else. Like,
which, like, given what we know about the other people that Carlisle turned, it doesn't quite seem. I mean, I guess because he did it out of loneliness, but I'm like, it doesn't quite seem like it fits with the other ones that got turned, and for what reason? You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't seem like. We go into Rosalie. I mean, I know he didn't turn Jasper and Alice. They came about later of their own. But Rosalie's backstory.
I don't think it says it in here, does it?
I don't think so.
I don't think it's in this one. I think it's in maybe New Moon.
Yeah.
One of the other ones.
But when they talk about how, like, she was left for dead by her fiancé and his friends and all that.
Right.
She had a cool-ass story.
Yeah.
And she got her revenge on them, and then, like, she brought Emmett to them. But, and, like, I don't know, it just doesn't seem like, out of all of the people that Carlisle could choose, why this random 17-year-old dying from the flu at a time where everybody's dying from the flu?
He cared for his parents, I think. And then, I guess, just offered the choice.
Well, it could also be...
No, he didn't offer him the choice.
No, I thought he did.
I don't think so.
I thought he did. I thought he did offer him the choice.
I don't know if he did or didn't. I can't say against or for that because I don't care about it.
But yeah, so we get this entire chapter about Carlisle.
But yes, beautiful. I love it. Like, I loved every moment of it. I love that also that his room is weird. I love that his room is weird. Like, it has the books, and then on the back side, his office, and then on the back side it has all these weird paintings and photos from over the years. Like, I was like, wow, this is really cool.
But you couldn't do that for Edward. Even if you wanted to keep him mysterious.
Like, Ed gets some CDs. Cool. He's a musician.
Yeah.
Yay.
There's no mystery to him.
It's like he just doesn't have a fucking personality.
I don't know. Because he doesn't. What? He gets angry? That's his personality?
That's a horrible personality.
Hmm?
That's my secret. I'm always angry.
And then we have
the game.
I will say one note before we move on.
Oh, sorry.
He does mention that he had that rebellious phase and was killing people that he thought were bad.
That's what I do in my rebellious phase too. I went out and I killed people.
Which, like, is
I just don't
an
understand.
idea, but it's like, this is still just, like, barely anything. Like, he barely told us anything about himself.
Yeah. You don't know anything about it.
I went Batman for 10 years? Cool.
And then he later, about 15
Well, I don't know what
later,
more he could say about killing people.
15 years later, he goes Batman again.
He does.
The game. The baseball game.
God, this was horrible to read. up until the point where the backpackers appear.
This was horrible to read. I like the baseball.
I do not. I thought it was like, oh, great, a waste of time.
I thought it was interesting. They can't play baseball.
I like that they did that with the Thunder.
Yes,
Yeah.
that is like the only cool thing about the game, but like it felt so like, I don't know, aggrandizing is the word I'm looking for.
I guess so. But it makes sense because their skin's so hard that when they fly.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that was fun. Now, if some other chapters had been cut out and the baseball moved up, I think it would have been better.
That's probably the
because
problem
I
I
think by
have.
the time you get to
Because
here, you're tired.
I was thinking I could cut out this entire chapter except for the backpackers, and in the book would still be fine. So if that happened as well, this would work better.
Hold on.
Fun.
Can I just, real quick, before they even get to the game, there was really no excuse for my behavior. Obviously, I knew better by now. 363. And yet, I couldn't seem to stop from reacting exactly as I had the first time. Instead of keeping safely motionless, my arms reached up to twine tightly around his neck, and I was suddenly welded to his stone figure.
Yes.
I sighed and my lips parted. He staggered back, breaking my grip. "Damn it, Bella!" he broke off. "You'll be the death of me! I swear you will!"
Alright, look, I put wet
Wait,
emoji.
what is this on? What page?
363?
I don't.
It's at the bottom.
Okay, now I see
He
it.
kissed
Thank
me
you.
in earnest. There was no excuse for my behavior.
I put
Bruh.
I put the wet emojis.
Yeah, like,
Because of that, he kissed slowly down my cheek, stopping just at the corner of my mouth.
on the tree.
When I let a tree hurt you, oh, don't let the tree hurt me.
Not the tree!
I want you to use a different kind of wood.
Hurt me with that.
Give me that pain.
Hurt me with your petrified wood.
Your morning wood, even.
Jumping back though to 354,
Mm-hmm.
Bella is incredibly rude to Billy. Incredibly rude.
Okay.
You're right. It is none of your business. Shut
I
the fuck
actually
up.
like this.
Why?
I actually like this because
Bella's not a good person.
well, because it gives her more of a backbone. Like I haven't seen her be like this with anyone.
But
Except
it
Mike.
doesn't.
She did the same thing to Mike.
It's so
Yeah, but that was
out
ages
of
ago.
character.
You think so? Because
Well,
the only dick she's been sucking is Ed like this entire
Well,
time.
I know, but she's so meek and mild-mannered that these random outbursts of backbone don't
I see what you're saying.
click with the rest of her.
Well-
Like, it just feels jarringly out of place.
She's not really doing it for her. She's doing it for Edward.
That's another thing.
That's true.
And anything she just base
It's the ketchup thing.
This is the
ketchup.
Yeah, if you go to a restaurant and someone fucks up your order, like, say they don't give, like, they put ketchup on your burger and you didn't want ketchup, it's almost impossible, well, for people with anxiety, you can't go up and correct it for yourself, but if your friend has the same problem, you're like, oh, don't worry about it, I'll take care of it.
Unless it's mustard.
Yeah.
My God, I can't eat mustard.
Really?
Really?
I
love mustard.
love mustard potato salad.
What the
Ew,
fuck?
what the fuck
That's
is wrong
so
with you?
specific.
Get
I
out of
love
my house.
potato salad with mustard.
All
Get out
right.
of my house.
Well,
No.
I live here now.
That's
She
fine,
just
you gotta
like
pay rent.
gremlins under the sofa.
For anyone who's wondering, Gassy now resides underneath my sofa.
yay!
Yay.
Yar!
I also love Charlie's reaction to Bella dating Edward.
See, someone else loves something about Charlie.
What? What's wrong?
What?
Why do you hate him?
Other than
'Cause
Charlie
it's
being
funny.
boring, there's a couple things.
Because it's funny.
I love him, and I will stand by that as long as there is Queso in front of me.
Now you're doing that on purpose.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes,
you can't stand by it.
Case
What
of
you
caught.
gonna do?
Give it away. Give it away.
Give it away!
Get away now.
On 357, I just love Charlie going.
357?
Yeah, when she's like, whenever she tells her dad that she's having a date with Edward Cullen, and he like basically looks like blanches, and she
What is that word?
Oh my god!
My God.
Sorry.
My God.
All the confusion with flanges came back in that one moment.
I'm sorry.
Didn't know you were weak. How are you supposed to survive this?
Yeah, right? One jump and you're done.
One jump scare.
One jump.
I don't do jump scares.
One jump into the jump scare. Stop it. My brain.
One jump, hyperventilating.
Yeah. So what you just did to her, you made her blanch.
Yeah, all right.
I've always thought of blanching as like.
But you know what? I have thought of the wide eyes and the So
well, because in my head it's kind of like an onomatopoeia. I don't know if that's the right word, but she just it goes with the facial expression.
Yes, exactly.
That's
So-
fucking gold. Sorry.
So Charlie just.
Edward? Sorry, he goes.
Edward?
Wait, he paused. Which one is Edwin? Edward, and then she explains. And then she's like, the beautiful one, the godlike one. Like, shut up.
Who says that to their dad?
No, she's not saying it. She's thinking it.
Yeah, she's thinking it, but yeah.
But still, what the fuck? Calm your
then-
tits.
But
then
I didn't
Charlie-
see the quote.
Your panties don't
had
need
to
to be
reread.
dropped in front of your dad. Come on.
I had to reread that line because I also thought she said that to him. And
Yeah.
I was like, hold on. But then, so after she says Edward, after he corrects him, he still goes, is this Edwin your boyfriend?
I love him for that because
And
that's
she's
such a fucking power move.
I put a very old man thing.
Oh my god.
It's such a fucking power move.
It's not a power move.
And
It's just
no,
dumb.
because you know what? People do this all the time.
Uh-huh.
And I can literally tell you exactly when they did it. If
Uh-huh.
you're interested in someone who's dating someone else,
Uh-huh.
and you're it's specifically the pick-me girl. That's my foot.
I thought it was Wade.
Okay, so specifically
I felt only nail, and I was like,
specifically think of that pick-me best friend, that pick-me girl best friend thing.
Mhm.
If a guy is dating a girl, and guys do it too. This is just the more
Right.
common online presence I've seen, so it probably
Okay.
connect with most people. Where she's like, so are you still going out with that girl,
That one girl.
Susanna? And he's like, it's Samantha. Yeah, okay, how's Susanna doing? You just, it's a power move. You genuinely just cannot be bothered to learn their name. I'm gonna purposefully disrespect their name. It's a fucking power move.
Okay, I get it. But this is the dad, not some other guy that's.
No,
jealous.
I know, but
Well,
I'm saying, it's still a power move.
Yeah.
It's still a power move. To me, it's along the same lines as the dad who's cleaning his gun when his daughter's.
I actually was expecting that from Charlie.
I was too
and
the
he
first time I read
didn't
it.
do it, and I am disappointed.
You know what, though?
Charlie Swan can
How
go.
is this said?
Yes, he
Wear
can.
your seatbelts, he choked out. How do you say that?
Wear your seatbelts.
Wear your seatbelt.
Wear your seatbelts.
See, that's it. Wear your seatbelts.
Wear
Or it's painful for him. Maybe wear
your
seatbelts.
Maybe it's like the old man voice.
Fine.
Wear your seatbelt.
All right, old man Kenobi.
He talks fine everywhere else, but then with saying wear your seatbelts.
Wait,
After
isn't this
letting
where
out-
she gets picked up in the Jeep?
Yeah.
Okay,
Oh
I
my
will
God.
say this is one of the most. I will say so. Page 357.
Okay.
This is one of the most teenage things. I would have said this kind of thing to my parents, when he's like, you said last night that you weren't interested in any of the boys in towns, and she goes, well, Edward doesn't live in town. That is such a teenage thing to do.
Yeah.
Watch out, Lawyer Bella.
Mhm.
Suiting up.
Only
All
for
right, now
Edward.
you hear, you stupid fuck. See, why it scared me is because he was over there, and then I felt his nails, and I was like,
he got the long nails. That long
I was like,
that big toe gift.
Oh, God. Oh, God.
SCP-9280 is here to murder you.
My other note for this chapter is how is Bella so...
How is Bella? Not well.
How can she be not well, so apathetic about dying and then have no sense of adventure? So
You're right.
on 360, she's like, She just has trouble with the Jeep in general.
Like, this kills me because...
And then about the running, she's like, we have to run again?
Oh, motion sickness, I'm gonna die.
And he's like, just close your eyes. But I got sick last time. Just close your fucking eyes, Bella.
I'm not gonna lie, and I'm gonna say this in the weirdest way possible. I would ride Ed every day.
I know you would. Confirmed, Jay is the bottom.
Wait, but I'm on top if I'm riding. What the fuck?
But you're still taking it.
Fair enough.
Being a top or a bottom has nothing to do with the actual position. It has to do with pitching and catching. Even then, you're still a catcher.
Well, yeah, I was just said power bottom. He's taking control.
Oh, for riding.
Yes.
Power bottom.
Yep. Also, no, I wouldn't let him carry me like that. Fucking, that would be such a
That
trip.
would be...
Roller coasters are my jam.
Which remind me, when we get to the chapter
Uh-huh.
of Edward meeting them in Phoenix, I have an issue.
Okay.
Just one?
Yes. Just one. Just
This
one.
circular finger thing going on.
It's Edward, Dad.
It's Edward.
It's Edward, Dad.
Okay. And then...
Oh, also,
Where are we
can I just note it? Can I just, like, ask, is this the first time she actually starts calling Charlie Dad?
Yeah, I think
Is
so.
this...
Yeah, she never calls him Dad.
Oh,
up
yeah.
until
Maybe
she's bringing in the boyfriend.
Yeah. But it's
And
kind of
she,
like
even in front of Billy, she says Charlie won't be back till later.
Mm-hmm.
But only in front of Edward. But Edward can already hear you, like, through the walls and stuff.
Exactly.
So it doesn't matter.
Exactly.
Okay. I don't know. My other note for this chapter is on 369.
Is this
Nice.
all the game? Like,
Yeah.
I don't like these later chapters.
Well, no, because it starts off with Bella at her house.
Well, it's
And
so...
so stuff could be cut out.
Like, they're so long. Like, I feel like these last 5 chapters in particular are really long.
Yeah. But on 369,
Mm-hmm.
this bitch doesn't know the simplest of rules of baseball or for baseball.
Yeah, who the fuck doesn't know anything about baseball? Like, even if you don't like baseball, you still know, like, the
the basics, yeah.
But
hit ball, run bases.
Wait.
Isn't her stepdad
A baseball player.
Oh, wait, I thought he was basketball.
No.
He's base?
He's
Okay.
base shortstop. He's base.
He's based?
He's base. Base god.
Base, whatever that means, whatever the kids are saying.
You don't know cringe and based?
I do not.
Base god.
Yeah.
That was my last note for the chapter. If y'all have anything.
No, like, aside from the game, like, being like, hey, we can
Although,
take hits.
okay, I will give them props for this. The scene in the movie was badass.
It looked great. They
Yeah.
did a great job.
Yeah, up until literally until the people came out of the woods,
Yeah, didn't they?
and then it was really annoying because literally in the fucking movie they're like, oh, you brought a snack.
Well, he says it.
And he's like, and then they like
Oh, yeah.
stand in front, and they were like,
Oh,
like they're
yeah.
surfing.
Yeah, they could have done that better.
Like they all get in front
Like,
of Bella, and they're just
See, when I pictured it, and that's not even what happens in the book, because we'll get to it, I guess. We're about to get to it, right
Yeah.
with that chapter. But I just imagined him, like, guarding.
Yeah.
no
fucking-
puppy guarding Edward.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, not fucking
Well,
surfing.
this seems more like actual movement than what they tried to do, which felt more like gliding as
Yeah.
well. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
So then we got the enemy vampires coming in chapter 18.
Gotta love it.
We sucks. We heard the key.
I don't think I have any notes for this one, actually.
Well, I actually like this like standoff that they have.
Yes.
And like it goes from 0 to 11 very fast in this chapter, and I do enjoy that because
Surprisingly, picked up speed.
literally for 17 chapters we've had tension building to nothing.
Oh,
Yeah.
you know what? This chapter's the one that broke my fucking heart.
Why?
Oh, about Charlie?
Yeah.
That's where my note is.
Oh my god.
Rereading that, like,
oh,
that's-
Where she's like, I'm just going home. I'm going home. And
Is
he's
that
like,
this chapter?
Yeah.
it's no, it's
Oh.
chapter
It's at the very beginning of chapter 19, but
Yeah.
she's that breaks my heart.
Yes.
Yeah, and I was like, Well, actually, for one of the things I wrote, Meyer needs to write a more dramatic story. Bella's so goddamn dramatic.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's because, I felt moisture filling up my eyes as I looked at Emmett. This is 391. I barely knew him, and yet somehow, not knowing when I would see him again after tonight was anguishing.
I will say, like,
You just met him.
Yeah.
I get what Myers is trying to do. She's trying to be like, oh,
Look how they bonded so quickly.
not even that. It's I feel bad for putting someone in danger. Is what the feeling.
But that's
is.
not even what she's upset about.
But like,
yeah,
she says that multiple times actually. Like after this, but she
yes, she says it. But for this part right here, she said not knowing when I would see him again after tonight.
Yeah,
was anguishing. Like right now, she's just talking about seeing him again.
I
just feel bad. That's fine.
This part just makes me cry. Bella, are you okay? What's going on? His voice was frightened. I'm going home. Did he hurt you? No. Did he break up with you? No. What happened, Bella? I broke up with him. And like, he's trying so hard. He's being so sweet, and she's just screaming at him, and I get that she's doing it because she has to protect him,
really
but he doesn't.
Yeah, she did.
She said, I do like him. That's the problem. I can't do this anymore. I can't put down any more roots here. I don't want to end up trapped here in this stupid, boring town like Mom. I'm not going to make the same dumb mistake she did. I hate it. I can't stay here another minute.
His hand dropped from my arm like I'd electrocuted him, and I turned away from his shocked, wounded face, and I was like,
all I wrote for my note was fuck.
Yeah.
That's so
the actor who played Charlie Swan,
he did
during this scene,
job.
I literally cried in the movie theater when his face fell.
Charlie Simp.
Oh, 100%. But he did a really good job with his facial expressions too.
I don't remember this scene, so I don't know.
Because
I'm not even sure I've actually seen all of Twilight.
Please don't make us watch Twilight.
I was gonna make y'all.
You want to get drunk and watch Twilight together?
I kind of want to get drunk and do it.
Yeah.
Wait, should we do like a live reaction recording?
Yes.
Do it.
Yes.
Oh, we can do. Yeah.
Yeah. See, I told you we should do movies and shows as well.
No, we're not doing movies and shows.
God.
This is an item
No.
specific.
Let's do that on Faven.
Yeah.
All right.
That's what I want to do.
All right.
Do it on Faven.
Keep it out of my podcast.
Keep it out of my podcast. But yeah, so let's skip past the Charlie stuff because I'm going to cry.
I did have a note for chapter 18.
What was your note? Oh,
and
sorry.
I just wanna mention it because I don't know if this reference is funny or not. Yo, the sharks are looking for a fight.
That's awesome. And that is exactly. I see you brought a snack. Yeah.
The stabbing.
Yes.
Oh my god. Carlisle won't
And then
like
my
it.
note for the 19 fucking betrayal. Bella did not.
My entire
Holy shit, she fucked up Charlie's whole career.
God,
I just feel so bad. Okay, I can't talk about this anymore. I'm gonna
cry.
But I did like that she actually came up with a plan and made Ed realize that it was a good plan. Like I like that Bella is smarter than people give her credit for, but she's still fucking dumb.
And then and she just, I feel like it's book smarts, but then she's like, I know my parents, I know how to leave.
Are you actually crying?
Yeah, she's thinking about it. She's been thinking about Chief Swan.
She hurt his feelings. She hurt his feelings.
She did.
I hate her.
On 400 of the next chapter. No, the same chapter, I think.
Yeah.
I just put. It's at Lauren was shaking his head. He glanced at
Laurent.
Fucking. We are not
French.
I thought you called him Lauren.
I despise the French.
You're next to Louisiana. How do you not know any French?
I despise the French. They started attacking me so fast.
Oh my god.
What?
We were playing, what's it called?
Crusader Kings 3.
And so basically you're in charge of a country, and then there's other countries. And we were
France literally wrecked her shit.
Annihilated me. And I think I was only taking something really tiny too. And then they annihilated him too because it came after everyone.
Yeah.
And Ron.
So in that game, we were supposed to go back and murder the French, but we never did.
It didn't happen.
It was sad.
But so Laurent. Sorry. I'm just kidding. I don't have anything against the French. I kid, guys. Or do I?
This is specifically Crusader Kings beef, not actual French beef.
Yeah.
I love the French.
So,
They gave us French fries.
They didn't. Laurent was shaking his head. He glanced at me perplexed and back to Carlisle. Are you sure it's worth it? Edward's enraged roar filled the room, and I just put, it was just a question. Damn.
Yeah, like... Although I will say with Rosalie, she's like, he's like, get her upstairs and trade clothes. Why should I? She hissed. What is she to me except a menace, a danger you've chosen to inflict on all of us? And honestly, like, while it was very rude to say that in front of Bella, she's not fucking wrong.
Yeah, like, while you were being very
like, imagine if you had a sibling that just started dating someone, like, 2 weeks prior, and all of a sudden you're being asked to risk your life for this person.
Well,
I would not.
Let's even put it even worse. Like,
no offense to my sisters, but I would not.
Wow.
I would not risk my life for either. Honestly, and one of my sisters, I think, is about to hit 1 year with her boyfriend, and I wouldn't even risk my life for him. I like him. Don't get me wrong. I love him. I hope he becomes part of the family, but I would not.
Do you hear that, Hale's sister's boyfriend? You suck.
I would not risk my life for him.
I'll
text him that right now. I'm just gonna text him.
Just send that randomly.
Oh my
God, it's happening. It's happening.
Don't do it. My last note for chapter 19 is Team Alice. Because on Form 4, she goes, may I? Alice stepped through the front door and came toward me with her arms held out. May I? She asked. You're the first one to ask permission.
Yep.
And I was like, wow. Consent.
Well,
no. Just kidding.
Then again, Ed, like, tells her. Wait, let me see.
She did it.
So, anyway, in this chapter it says, how
is that why you couldn't Is that why you couldn't read it?
Yes. That's nothing to do with Stephanie Meyer's terrible writing.
Yeah, so my only notes for chapters 20 and 21 is that it's really just a fucking, like, back off of the climax. And I'm like, what the fuck is this noise?
Well, no, I thought this was nice because they're running away.
Yeah, but it feels...
I loved that they ran.
They had to hurry up and run. Are you talking about just waiting in the hotel?
Yes, that's what
that
I'm talking about. Like, I'm like, why is this 2 chapters?
It honestly could have been, it got to the hotel room, and then chapter 22, it's been several days.
The only note that we really need from these 2 chapters...
is the phone call.
And the visions.
Yes.
Because the visions give away something very cool if you're paying attention.
Also, can I just say... Oh, I genuinely thought that was my handwriting, but that's Bella's note. I was like, damn, I wrote a long note.
No, that's the note that's left behind.
No, but so, like, if I'm going to be perfectly honest, Bella just did the stupidest fucking thing on the planet. You have a whole horde of vampires trying to protect you, and you're going to throw that all away because... Like, what?
It's her mom,
what?
But at the same, I understand the thought process of leaving for her mom. That I understand. Here's what I don't understand. She knows her mom is in Florida.
Well,
why would her mom come back?
But she was returning.
She was returning, but she would have gotten home first and seen the message and responded to that and mentioned it or something. Like, it feels very weird that all we get is like a hey, something very basic from the mom, and she's like not suspicious of that at all.
What isn't it? Doesn't she say something else?
No, because it was a video recording.
Exactly.
So she doesn't say anything else because it's just a video.
And yeah.
But I think, isn't Bella doing something like worrisome or something in the video? And
yes.
So
the tone is correct. But again, it's only 2 words and that's that.
Well, but she even says like her mom's super dramatic and like always
that's
jumps
true.
in. She couldn't fucking. She'd just send her emails or else she'd get like 8 phone calls or call the police.
That is true. But at the same time, I feel like she...
I don't know. That felt very Renee.
Yeah.
I just feel like that whole ordeal was really stupid.
It was...
But partially because, at this point, everybody has already kind of risked their lives for you, and you're just going to tell them that none of that matters because you're going to go off and play heroin.
Yeah.
And like...
Not heroin.
Yeah.
Heroin.
It's heroin.
It's heroin, you're right.
It's confusing.
We don't condone drug use.
We don't condone the
No
use of
female
black
heroes.
tar
Just
heroin unless you're in Mexico.
Okay, you do you, boo.
And nobody can prove we are
My
not.
note for chapter 20, though, before we get super into the phone call.
Yeah.
How could they avoid all that traffic? A 3-day drive done in 1 day.
Well, if they're doing it over a night, it would be pretty easy.
Yeah, because they don't
start
need
at
to
night.
sleep.
But you'd still have traffic.
And remember, they go like 120 plus.
They never
But
get
they
pulled
still
over.
have traffic.
Yes, but at night
Even
there's not
if
much.
sometimes there's road work.
Yes.
And how
But
do
I
you
know for
never
the
get
sake-
pulled over by the police?
Well, maybe Alice. Oh, but their vision's really good on the dark,
Yeah,
so.
exactly. Like
So I guess they could see it far away.
Mhm.
But trying to break that fast?
Yeah.
that
No, officer, I wasn't speeding. But I'm still like, there's night construction. I mean, shit.
Okay.
Even here.
that's not what's contrived about this chapter.
I know, but I just was still like.
That is not
Can
what's
we just acknowledge this?
No, I don't
No,
want
because
to.
First of all, I don't think we have that.
No,
I do.
we have a nice, pretty picture of the new moon. Is it eclipse? Maybe. When is she in the really big depression? So you got
New
a nice-
moon, yeah.
Okay, that's my opinion.
I have the movie cover,
Yeah.
and
Because
this-
you have the movie version of the book, I believe.
I do.
Yeah,
We have the original.
right.
We're the OG Twilights.
Don't say that. Oh god. But yes, the phone call. I think it's just.
I
because-
had a Forks High School T-shirt that was given to me for Christmas one year because I was so into Twilight in 7th grade.
Damn.
You mean chopsticks?
What?
Utensils?
Remember, because he hates the
Spoons.
name of the town. Remember that irrelevant.
I have a Tongs T-shirt. I have a pasta strainer T-shirt.
I have a ladle.
I have ladle.
Chapter 21. Just just say where, so Alice and Jasper can see you. Just let Jasper and fucking Alice know.
See, here's the kicker of this. Had she just said something to someone, they could have
figured
used
something out.
they could have used her as bait
Yeah.
and had like 8 dudes on this guy all of
Yeah.
a sudden. All they had,
Also,
like, as soon as Edward got in there, he was pretty much dead.
yeah.
So like,
And then, okay, so the note, the voicemail, she said on 427, I sighed. Well, sorry, it was Bella. Bella was my mother's voice in a familiar tone I'd heard 1,000 times in my childhood. Anytime I got too close to the edge of the sidewalk or straight out of sight in a crowded place, it was a sign of panic. I sighed. I'd been expecting this, though I tried to make my message as unalarming as possible without lessening the urgency of it. You did a bad job of that because your fucking voicemail was pretty alarming.
yes.
And I'm sure Charlie maybe called her.
Well,
Well, I guess she didn't.
at the Phoenix House message. Are you
Yeah.
talking about? Yeah. Okay.
And so even if before we know that it's not actually Bella's mom.
Yeah.
So.
Which I don't know. Like, I do like that. Myers wrote in a way for the reader to tell, hey, that's not actually Bella's mom with the VCR in the vision. I actually like that idea.
Oh, about how Alice kept seeing a VCR?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then she recognized it as her house, and I'm like,
Spooky.
Oh wait, no, it's more like.
Yeah,
There you go.
There's a Twilight Zone. Twilight Zone. Name drop. Wrong name.
oh my god, they name drop it in that blog twice.
The Twilight Zone?
Twilight.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my god.
So on 4:30 though, I was just like, or you could tell the group of vampires a plan and figure out how to save your mom instead of dying.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. She did the worst, stupidest possible course of action for this.
And
The
then,
only excuse I will give her is that she's sleep deprived. That's the only excuse I can give her. But even then, that's not enough to at
sleep
least
deprived
try.
and panicking, I guess.
Yeah, that's the
But,
only
you would
thing I can give
I-
her. It's not enough to excuse.
It's not, in my
And then-
opinion. It's really not.
And then I had to accept that I wouldn't see Edward again, not even one last glimpse of his face to carry with me to the mirrored room. I was going to hurt him and I couldn't say goodbye. I said, you also hurt Charlie, though.
And you didn't give a fuck about that?
Yeah, there's not 1 ounce of like, oops.
Regret.
Oh no, I'm never gonna see Charlie again. Oh, I can't believe that I hurt him and that's the last thing I'm ever gonna say to him.
Yeah.
Bitch, fuck you.
So chapter 22, the hide and seek.
What page?
433.
Chapter 22.
Thank you.
Why did she wait to leave? Why wouldn't you go get breakfast like an hour before his plane arrives, 30 minutes before his plane arrives? Like, why did you wait? Why did you try to wait 30 minutes before his plane drops? And then it bumped to 10 minutes, and then you're like, oh, I gotta go. Like, I almost feel like she wanted Edward to catch up to her.
I think that's what she was trying to do. She was also trying to, like, time it perfectly to where things would get confusing. But, like, you could do that with any airplane arriving.
You could do that with that's what I mean, like any airplane arriving.
I think that was a convenience sake for Ed to be able to show up. I think that's what that was.
Yeah.
Probably.
Oh, here you go. I thought you would appreciate this.
What page?
445. It's the killer,
Yes.
the hunter, the tracker. He goes, well, our hopes differ then. You see, this was all just a little too easy, too quick. To be quite honest, I'm disappointed. I expected a much greater challenge, and after all, I only needed a little luck. I wrote The Ultimate Lucky Student.
Oh my god.
Jesus Christ. No, this guy is not Nagito.
I did not even get that.
That's from Dangan.
Well, I got that with the Ultimate Student, but
Nagito?
No.
Or you didn't get that?
No,
What?
she got that, or they got that. It was.
Can we play that on Friday?
Yeah, we can.
Yes.
Dang it, Grandpa.
Dang it, Grandpa. Freedom Project Friday.
Okay.
Little plug right there. By the time this comes out, it'll already be back.
Yeah, we would have streamed it already.
It might even be on the YouTube for Favorite Project.
It probably will be.
I don't know. It depends on how long it takes Jeditor to do it.
Poor Jeditor.
Poor
Poor
Jeditor.
I have to whip him occasionally, get him to do work.
I'm sure he enjoys that.
No, he doesn't.
Anyways!
Oh, and then we find Alice's backstory.
Yes.
So that was pretty cool. And then it's fucked up that is one that killed Alice's maker.
Yeah.
So, what I don't like about this is that it's dealt with so quickly.
Oh, like that's it.
It feels like she was like, you know what, this book is getting too long. I need to like start to shut it down. And so she was just like, we're gonna end it.
Wasted
Well,
5 chapters.
Yeah. This
Doing
is like,
nothing.
okay, you know what this
Well,
reminds me of though? This reminds me of when you're writing a poster and you're trying to write happy birthday and you're like, happy birthday.
yes. Well, I also think that like when Bella's in the hospital, which we'll just say it right now, but like Edward says Alice is trying to process that. Like
process that
with where
big
she
bird
came from.
again.
And the fact that she was in an asylum, I guess.
Yes.
And in the dark all the time.
Yeah, because Alice is the one who doesn't remember her previous
Yeah,
life.
just
Yeah.
darkness, and that's why she only remembers darkness. Chapter 23, The Angel.
This was an interesting one. I actually think this is one of the ones that definitely could stay in and be good because like it's like something horrible happened to Bella. She got infected, and Ed is the one who has to fix it without also infecting her again.
Well, if he's sucking out.
What I don't
and not using his
understand,
teeth.
what I don't understand is why it had to be Edward.
Because Edward was.
Why couldn't Carlisle do it?
I feel like it's because Carlisle wanted to test Ed. To be honest with you,
You think he wanted to test him?
I think he wasn't sure that he
That's
could
such
do
a
it.
shitty way to test someone.
I don't think so, because Carlisle was busy stopping her other wounds.
That could be it as
Maybe.
well. That could be it as
but
well.
he needed to hurry up and get that.
But, I mean,
But the testing would be so shitty because it's like, if you fail, she dies. And just like, well, fuck Bella, I guess.
Well, I think it's less like specifically Edward and the idea of his philosophy with the whole not eating people thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe.
And, you know, Carlisle's like all but immune to it, but what if he does break after tasting it again?
Yeah.
Yeah, because he's immune to the smell, I think is what he is, right?
Who, Carlisle?
Carlisle, yeah. Yeah, he's immune to the smell, but what if he tastes it and he breaks? But Ed specifically loves this bitch.
This fucking bitch.
And I assume it's to be like, oh, love is stronger than the thirst, which is not the case.
Yeah. And then we get to chapter 24.
That was the shortest chapter in the whole fucking book.
And
it
you would
was.
think it might be a little bit longer, but I guess she was like, well, I don't have anything else to say about this.
Which is dumb because she had like 60 pages about how much Bella hated the sun.
Yep.
Stephanie Meyer, I hope you're listening to this because you suck at writing books. You
You're
suck at writing Twilight.
You're very good at describing things, though.
Yeah. You should be a DM for Dungeons and Dragons.
Oh my god. Let me see if I have any.
An impasse.
An impasse.
Do I?
An
Have,
impasse.
I stopped taking notes because I honestly stopped caring.
Oh, 462. I said domestic abuse. The reasoning that Edward gave them for why she's in the fucking hospital.
Oh yeah, this is
that she
fell down the stairs. And
she fell down 2 flights of stairs and then out a window.
Who the fuck does that?
This is so weak. Like
they give the weakest excuses for everything,
and they're just like, "Yep, okay, that sounds
her
good."
parents, like, I'm surprised this bitch lasted as long as she did because her parents are like, they
Yeah.
don't give a shit.
To their credit, Bella's really clumsy.
Not
Yeah.
not as clumsy as like 2 flights of stairs and a fucking window.
And like Alice did fabricate evidence.
Yes. So like,
But-
but like they could. Myers
But
could.
2 flights of stairs.
Myers could have still
Also,
given a better excuse.
car
Car
crash?
accident.
Yeah.
Okay, can I just hold on? Okay, so page 468. I recognize the reasonable but firm tone of voice from talks I'd had with her about men. I know that, Mom. Don't worry about it. It's just a crush. I soothed her. That's right. She sighed and glanced guiltily over her shoulder at the big round clock on the wall. Do you need to go? She bit her lip. Phil's supposed to call in a little while. I didn't know you were gonna wake up.
Yes, I wrote terrible mother.
Fuck Phil.
I don't understand.
Like, you can call exactly.
Yeah,
You
Phil.
can call him back later.
Yes.
Or
Like, be with your fucking daughter right now.
I'm sure you would understand is Bill abusive? Like what?
Yeah, like seriously, like all you have to do
wait.
is
This explains a lot of Bella's actions. She
Oh.
pulled it from her mom.
Oh my god, you're right. We pull a lot of things from our parents, and one of them is how to love people.
Oh my god.
Oh,
No
shit.
wonder she's all up on Ed's dick.
what kind of a shit? Like, hey, you're in the hospital, and I haven't seen you in several months.
It's
Several.
But
Yep.
I need to go take this phone call from my
all I can
husband,
think
who I
about
see
is
all
the
the time.
D,
Like,
the baseball D.
like, bitch.
Yeah. I wrote on 466. It's ridiculous. It's still about Phil and not your fucking daughter.
I know.
Yes.
I want to live in Sporks.
I can stay, baby, if you need me. That's like the equivalent of like, you can come, I guess, if you want.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you want.
If you
Like,
want.
if you need me to stay, I guess I can stay. Not, I want to stay.
And then 471. Edward's just stressing her out,
Always.
saying he's gonna leave.
I
again.
don't understand this.
Okay,
You
but then
fucking sucked her life back into her, and you're like, I'm gonna leave now.
Well, but I guess because he's realizing I am
he's like,
fucking
I
dangerous.
am actually dangerous.
Yeah. Hello.
Are we playing footsie?
No.
Not anymore. Just kidding.
Yeah.
Fucking kick.
Yeah.
Get off my flat.
A little understandable, but not while she's in the hospital. Don't have a pity party. Go
I
feel
don't
bad
understand.
until she's out of the hospital,
I
and then
don't
be like,
understand.
"Hey, I don't like that. I put you in a lot of danger. That vampire was a tracker."
Don't stress her out more while she's
No, well, she's her head's busted.
I
her legs
understand that
busted.
Alice saw them a while back ago, but like to know exactly what was going to happen, she doesn't know that. They don't know that. So like the fact that this happened out of like just randomness
Well,
isn't entirely
okay.
anyone's fault.
I think Alice knew.
Really?
Because remember when she was having that vision,
Uh-huh.
and when Jasper was like, "What happened?" and she's like, nothing. The same room again."
But that was after they arrived.
Yeah, well, because okay, so remember the future's not set in stone, so whatever the guy decisions he makes, so he decided to get on Phoenix, so she saw him in Phoenix. So when Bella decided
So you're saying
she saw Bella.
She saw Bella, but she saw her dead. Because it even mentions, Edward goes, well, Alice saw you dead.
Yes.
And she's like, well, I'm not, so.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not, so.
Or something like that.
Sorry that your sister's future vision was fucking wrong, but I'm not fucking dead, you bitch.
Yeah, he says something like that. Like, and I bet Alice knew that was a safe path, maybe, hopefully.
I was thinking the opposite direction, that she was actually like, oh, this bitch dead, now all my problems are solved.
Dude, I would be. I'm sorry, that was rude.
But I hate Bella.
That was rude. But if I was an immortal vampire, I doubt that at this point I would care about the lives of people like Bella.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, with...
Currently I do, but if I was an immortal vampire, I would have stopped caring a long time ago.
But, no, I hate the epilogue. No.
I'm not gonna lie, that's what I was reading this last part, and then I just kind of like gave up.
Like, I read it through, and I'm
None
like...
of the three of us could even really finish the book.
I actually finished it, but I mean, I hate it because Bella literally was like, hey, I'm getting hairdressed, and I have this nice dress on, and I'm going to get turned instead of go to fucking prom? Like,
yeah, well, everyone makes fun of her for that.
Like, how? And her overreaction and anger, I'm like, why are you salty that you're getting taken out by the guy that you love, apparently?
Yeah, like, wouldn't you really want... I don't know.
And you look beautiful, and he looks beautiful.
Oh, real quick,
glittery and diamondy.
475. Whenever she's like talking about turning, and he's like, Charlie, he asks her Renee, and she doesn't have like an answer for that, right? About when she turns and stuff, and what she's gonna do about that. She goes, Renee has always made the choices that work for her. She'd want me to do the same. And Charlie's resilient. He's used to being on his own. Why does Stephanie do Charlie so fucking dirty?
Right?
She did him so dirty. Who cares if he's resilient? It's still gonna hurt.
Like,
yeah, just because he can make it through doesn't mean he should have to suffer.
And
with
also,
it.
how do you know he's resilient from what you just said to him?
Bella goes from like 0 to 100 with Charlie because she straight up said, I want to apologize to him. I care about what he thinks. But then this shit.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. But all right.
I have another note.
Okay, go ahead.
476. Fucking Bella. She goes, that's stupid. That's like going to someone who just won the lottery, taking their money and saying, look, let's just go back to how things should be. It's better that way. And I'm not buying it. I'm hardly a lottery prize, he growled. That's right, you're much better. Why she always got the pickup lines, though?
True.
She constantly has a pickup
I got all the pickup lines, too, though.
Constantly.
Do you?
And
yeah,
then
you.
Don't
if
have
you
to
were
go...
a vegetable, you'd be a cucumber.
Oh, I also put domestic abuse.
If you were a transformer, you'd be Optimus Prime. Your pants have a mirror in them because I can see myself in them.
In the epilogue, I put domestic abuse again. Because toward Carlisle, Charlie he was almost worshipfully.
Yeah.
Grateful. On the other hand, he was stubbornly convinced that Edward was at fault because if not for him, I wouldn't have left home in the first place. And like, if it wasn't for you, you would have fallen down 2 flights of stairs.
Yeah, like that's
and through a window.
That's so.
Like, and even Jacob.
Like
even Jacob is suspicious that Edward pushed her down the stairs.
Well, no, Jacob was like chill with Ed. He was doing it because of Billy.
No,
Dad.
I thought he said.
No, he said that Billy was the one who thought that Ed did it.
Oh,
Jacob was like,
but Dad's dumb. Superstition. I just want to be in you.
That's exactly what I just typed to my boyfriend.
Nice.
Is
that what he said then?
Okay.
$20 to come to your prom.
Yes. Like, he was paid to do this. He was
paid to come check on her. But, like, it still says that he was suspicious, so I thought.
Mm-hmm.
Which is all I was saying.
But
Yo! Yeah, here it is. There's no way I'll be mad at you, Jacob. I assured him. I won't even be mad at Billy. Just say what you have to. Well, this is so stupid. I'm sorry, Billy. He wants you to break up with your boyfriend. He asked me to tell you, please. He's kind of over the top when he got hurt down in Phoenix. He didn't believe. Oh, okay, never mind. I fell. I know that. Jacob said quickly. Oh, okay, never mind. I still think Jacob. Well, Billy's smart though, because I also believe Edward's at fault.
Yeah, no, like it.
Edward's 100%.
Well, the eventuality is actually Bella's fault, but like Edward did try his best up to a point.
Yeah, and then
I don't know if I would say he tried his best. He tried.
And then the last page. Why did she think he was going to turn her there?
I don't know. She just wants to be with Ed forever, and like.
Imagine him like he like impulsively like turns her the first time that she asks, and then they end up fucking breaking up, and she's like, "Well, now I'm a fucking vampire forever."
Yeah,
bitch.
That would suck.
Constant, eternal reminder of my first love.
Yeah.
But all right, final thoughts.
Not as fun of a read. Actually, it was a fun read. It was fun to see how bad it is. How truly bad it is with
I did not like it nearly as much as I did when
I think I'm on that sentiment of I enjoyed the read of experiencing something that was obsessed over by women's the world over. Women's the world
because I was obsessed with these books. Specifically, Newman was just trying to kill herself every second because.
True. Do you remember that fucking scene in the New Moon movie though, where she was like literally sitting there in that chair, and it like had the thing revolving around her to like show the passage of time or whatever, and you could see it literally made it look like she did not move from that chair for like 6 months.
Oh my god.
No, I didn't watch the rest of the movies.
Like
they were so bad.
Yeah. And
like it's funny, she's sitting in this chair and it's got like the camera just going around her in a circle to kind of show the passage of time or whatever, and it like has 2 seasons change. It has the fall and then it has the winter outside her window, and I'm like,
it's because nothing really everything that happens in that book is in her head.
Yeah.
So like I guess they were like, well, let's just do this.
Speed along, yeah. But yeah, no. Scores. We gave scores last time, so I'll start.
Yeah, you go.
It did rise to 4 out of 10 for me for a while, but after the Carlisle chapter, it dropped straight back to a 2.
The hunt wasn't any fun.
No. Actually, no. The hunt was fun, but like that was 2 chapters out of.
Yeah, I know.
The entire thing.
12, or this half, I should say.
Yeah, I'll just give it a 4 out of 10 because 5 feels too generous. It just wasn't. There are some parts rereading it that I'm like, I was thinking of my boyfriend where I was like, aw, like I miss him and stuff. Like the sweet parts, not the domestic abuse parts.
Or the stalker parts.
I was about to say, so we've just learned that Gassy likes stalkers.
Hello,
well,
stalker.
she likes to be taken care of.
Yeah,
Hello,
I do.
stalkers.
I love being taken care of. And other than that, though, I can see where, like, younger me was like, oh my god, this is so hot, with, like, the describing of the physical affection, but...
I will say, yeah, I can see
sense,
that,
like,
but at the same time, like, it's...
There's no substance to the story.
There's no substance, there's too much of it at a time as well. Like, I feel like there's so much at a time.
It's more like empty air in a bag of chips.
Exactly.
Yeah. That's, that is what Twilight is.
Yeah.
It is a big bag of baked chips that mostly air.
That is mostly it. There's like 8 chips.
What is your...
I have to give it a 2 out of 10.
Yeah.
Because
not a shocker.
The only redeeming part is Emmett and Carlisle and Charlie. Those are the only, and Alice. But those are the and those are the only redeeming. Like I couldn't even force myself to read the other half of the book.
We're recording this other half like a month later.
Yes.
Yeah. And we kept like pushing it back because like none of us could get ourselves to get our asses in gear to actually fucking finish this book. If it was a good book, even rereading it like several years later, we should still at least be able to like make ourselves go through it, even if it's not the most interesting book in the world. I couldn't even force myself to finish it. She kept
describing Edward just as a god and blah blah, and he's so hot.
I'm like, does Stephanie Meyer like have a husband? Because Edward has to be like modeled after him or something, or her pool boy. He has to be modeled after her pool boy or something. Because this is
I will say, like, yeah, they've made like the characters like Adonises, all of them, and it's annoying because it's everywhere.
And all of their personalities are like 2-dimensional.
Mm-hmm. At best.
Or at least the people that we get to see their person.
What was your last note before I had to pee?
2 out of 10. Bad book.
2 out of 10.
So you went from a 4.
I rose to a 4 with the Carlisle and the Hunt, and then I went back down after the climax started because it was 2 chapters of bullshit in the climax.
I didn't think the climax was that bad, but it could have been shortened.
Yes.
The epilogue was stupid.
Yes.
But also, epilogue is a weird word.
Also, why would you put an epilogue if you knew there was going to be another book?
Maybe because they didn't know at the time.
Yeah, she may not have known at the time. These are newer editions.
Yeah.
I just think it's stupid.
But anyway,
absolutely. Our books now.
What is our next book so we can tease
Secret
the
Life of
audience?
Bees.
Secret Life of Bees.
Yes, our secret.
You like jazz?
You like jazz.
No.
So we'll be reading A Secret Life of Bees, and we hope everyone can.
I don't remember much
join us
about
there.
it. I just remember it was kind of historical.
I've never read it, so
Neither have I. So
I'm intrigued.
I'm interested to try something new because this is the first book I've read in literally, I believe, over a decade.
I hope y'all like it though, because
wow.
I remember liking
I don't
it a
do
lot.
much reading anymore.
And it wasn't so much like cringy. It was very sweet, and it was like a historical type fiction.
Got
That was good.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us tonight, and in-betweeners as well.
Oh, that's me. I'm an in-betweener.
I was like, what?
It took me.
I thought
ladies
you
and
just
gentlemen and in-betweeners.
Well, for some reason, I thought you meant people who were just like coming in and out of the podcast.
I did too.
Yeah.
I was like,
It took me a second.
I'm like, you're gonna call them out like that?
Yes. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Let us know what you thought about. That's the name of the book now.
Oh,
No, that's how you say Blanche.
Blanche.
No, I say Blanche is giving Haley a heart attack.
Oh my god, that scared the fuck out of
I'm
me.
so sorry, dude. That was one of the most like flashback moment Vietnam moments
Yeah, I
had.
saw him rock back in his chair, come back to life.
What does that mean? Ugh.
But we'll hope to see you next time.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye now.